Welcome to the MotorLuxReviews. Imagine a grand tourer that looks like it was milled from a single block of crystal and then taught a new trick: silence. That's the 2026 Bentley Continental GT Speed and GTC Speed. The stance is lower and cleaner, the surface is tighter, the lines more athletic than before. Up front, you get those jewel-like single headlamps that look cut by a watchmaker, a bolder matrix grille, and a long sculpted hood flowing into muscular rear haunches. From some angles, it's pure sculpture. From others, you can see the wind was clearly invited into the design studio. The convertible GTC Speed carries the same elegance. Roof up, it's formal; roof down, it's a rolling lounge with very fast intentions. Under that calm exterior sits Bentley's new ultra-performance hybrid. It pairs a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with a 190-horsepower electric motor and a 25.9 kWh battery, so the car has two personalities on tap. Leave early and glide through town on electric power with just a whisper, then tip into the throttle and the V8 and e-motor punch as one clean wave. It's instant shove, seamless shifts, and the kind of effortless pace that lets you cover a lot of ground without breaking a sweat. The best part, it doesn't just go quicker, it goes calmer. Electric assist smooths out the gaps, so passing, merging, and on-ramp sprints feel almost telepathic. Bentley didn't forget real-world driving either. All-wheel drive is standard, and the chassis brings the good stuff. Adaptive air suspension that softens or firms up as the road changes, active body control that keeps the big coupe level without feeling harsh, and rear-wheel steering to make tight city corners easy and high-speed lane changes steady. Snow, rain, pockmarked highways. This is the kind of grand tourer that shrugs off ugly weather and long distances. Not an off-roader, but absolutely a four-season car if you want it to be. Big brakes are on duty, with carbon ceramic hardware available if you plan to lean on them on mountain passes. Inside, it's textbook Bentley, only sharper. You sit low behind a perfectly round steering wheel, looking out over a long hood, surrounded by leather that feels tailored rather than trimmed. The quilting is deeper, the stitching tighter, the knurled metal brighter. Veneers range from classic open-pore wood to contemporary technical finishes. And the rotating display is still the party trick that turns the dash from digital to analog elegance in one sweep. The screens themselves are quicker and cleaner, the voice control behaves, and the whole interface stays out of your way when you just want to drive. Seats heat, cool, massage, and hold you in place without the slightest fuss. The optional high-end audio turns late-night drives into private concerts. In the GTC, the cabin cocoon stays warm and quiet even with the roof stowed, which feels like cheating physics. Compared to the last GT Speed, the character has matured. The old car was wonderfully muscular. This one is that, plus a layer of electric polish. You get a stronger response at low speeds, more composure when the road gets messy, and an EV mode that makes daily life genuinely easier. School runs, downtown errands, late returns without waking the neighborhood. If you remember the W12 cars for their tidal surge, the new hybrid gives you that sensation with an extra click of immediacy and far better manners in traffic. It's the same Bentley idea, huge performance delivered without stress, reimagined for the next decade. Charging is straightforward. Top up at home like you would any plug-in, or grab a faster public charger when you're on a trip. And you'll keep that electric side ready for quiet miles and instant punch. And because the battery lives low and out of the way, trunk space stays usable and the cabin doesn't lose its grand touring feel. Pricing will live right where you'd expect a speed badge to sit. Figure well into the six figures in the US. Think high 200Ks to low 300Ks. Depending on coupe or convertible and how adventurous you get with options, and a bit more once you add bespoke paints, carbon ceramic brakes, and the bigger audio. In the UK and Europe, expect similarly lofty numbers aligned with its flagship status. Either way, there's real value in how much ground it can cover, how quietly it can do it, and how special it feels every time you pull the door shut. So if you've been waiting for a Bentley that keeps the opulence, adds real electric range, and turns every journey into that hush-fast kind of progress, this is it. The new Continental GT Speed and GTC Speed feel like the Grand Tourer perfected. Same soul, bigger horizon, and a soundtrack that can be cathedral quiet one moment and thunderous the next. Now the only question is which spec you're ordering. Coupe or convertible, classic dark green with polished wheels, or a modern satin with stealth trim and the big brakes.